What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Momo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Gaia. His name is KVOTH. We have KVOTH. He's back on Gaia. Yay! Oh no. Wait, which one is it? I don't know if you guys understand. I hate Gaia. Gaia is the bane of my existence. Specifically, KVOTH'S Gaia. It's just so obscenely good and so tough to kill that I just hate it. There was a time where Gaia was a really weak god. That time is well past. Gaia is perfectly respectable pick in today's meta, especially with the gods that everyone's playing nowadays. If you consider Hades to be one of the best gods, which I think most players do, then Gaia is a perfectly reasonable pick against Hades. It's just actually true. Gaia is also a perfectly reasonable pick against Ra, which is also perfectly true. Gaia is also a perfectly reasonable pick against Odin. It's just how all of the top gods at the moment, Gaia is actually decent against. So all you guys who say, man, stop the hate on Gaia. Gaia deserves some hate. She's really, really strong in the current meta. Anyways, moving over here, let's check out what's happening for Momo. Momo's playing Poseidon here. Momo only has one strategy against Atlantean, and that strategy is fast second town center. Fast second town center. Anyways, we'll see how things are going to go here in this game. So this map here is what looks like Savannah. Savannah is a really, really weird map. Sometimes it spawns a metric shit ton of hunt, and other times it spawns like not very much. And this is the not very much map. And I think that generally speaking, in the Gaia versus Greek matchup, if it's a low hunt matchup, it really heavily favors the Gaia player because essentially this economic guild, which allows you to get access to flood control in the classical age, means that you can boom super hard here, and the timings that Gaia hits the late game is so absurdly far in front of the Greek player that the Greek player just cannot catch back up. If the Greek player can catch back up, then the game becomes fairly interesting and relatively equal, but if you don't have enough hunt to sort of compete with that sort of Gaia thing, then things can be very, very difficult here for the Greek players. We'll see how things are going to go here. I'm interested to see how this one works for KVOTH, what he's going to try and do. I do think that there's a really, really strong opening here for Gaia and for Atlantean in general, which is a little bit underutilized. Maybe not so much for Gaia because you don't have access to Valor, but there's a 4:30 advance time, which allows for about a 4-minute town center drop. So you're starting to build a town center at 4 minutes with that 4:30 advance time. It's really, really strong. The weakness here is if your opponent scouts it and sends the oracles forward and Valor or something, or sends the heroes forward, and puts the pressure on. Normally, if you're Uranus or Cronus, you can Valor that and defend. Otherwise, we'll see. That's kind of the thing. But we'll see what KVOTH'S going to go for here and how he's going to play. I'm super interested how this is all going to work. Seeing that he knows exactly what Momo's going to do, Momo doesn't really venture too far outside the realm of fast second town center. I would be surprised if KVOTH didn't try and metagame this just a little bit. But we'll see what's going to happen. We do see the Theseus coming out really, really early here for Momo. I do, generally speaking, not like this against Atlantean anymore, just simply because the Atlantean players should be able to defend it with an Oracle hero or two. If you bring them back, you just bring this Oracle back over here. You don't need to scout the town center. You know he's building it. But just bring two back here, and then that early Theseus gets whacked down by just manually heroizing those oracles, and you're completely fine here. But we see Leto coming through. No real surprises here for KVOTH. We see a villager snipe from KVOTH. This guy's insane. He comes in, he sees the low HP villager from the Rhino there in the early game, and he comes in, snipes it. Momo here, what's he doing? He's throwing up a wall over here. He's getting the house. Beautiful play here from KVOTH. Just was not paying attention in the slightest as the Theseus coming in. We will be seeing a kill on one of those spider eggs as the rest will get come down, and the Katoska boss gets eaten alive there. I'm not sure that's 100% worth it. That's really what you want to do. That's a good trade there for Momo there, sacrificing one Katoska boss for that, as we're starting to see the citizens starting to get in on the action over here as a counter barracks going to be coming down, a military barracks as well coming down as Momo getting himself out the Hippolyta here, getting the resources to advance. I'm interested to see if he grabs the forward town center or the back town center. The forward one does have 3 gazelle on it, but the back one has got the berries over here, which has got a lot more food there than those. Actually, probably not that much more. He's got 1,000 food here compared to quick math. I can't do 450 food on the gazelle there. As the Oracle going to be retreating back into the base here for KVOTH. It is the Thunderclad Shawl here. There's actually a really, really decent relic to hold on to, as another Oracle hero is back here, and KVOTH is completely safe here to this Theseus. You might be thinking, yeah, the Theseus has done a whole bunch of damage. It hasn't done any damage here. It's done next to no damage at this point. And in fact, it slowed him down 9 seconds of production of villages. Anyways, we see the oracles, not the oracles, the citizens just garrisoning a little bit here. Probably doesn't even need to do that as the army is now in. Theseus has to retreat back. Townsend are coming up with a grand total of 11 villages. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a lot of villages here to get a town center up. It doesn't get up that much faster than if you've got 5 villages on it, but you lose a lot of resources for that one there, as the army coming through here, the center getting a little bit of damage done, trying to be a little bit annoying here, as the Oracle here is here to defend that one there. And so we take a quick look at what KVOTH is doing. He's already got himself hand axe, pickaxe, husbandry, channels, every single upgrade under the sun coming through here. And he is going to be looking to grab his second town center immediately after he sees that town center is up here. He might even grab the forward town center first and go for 3 town centers at this point. Is he still producing units? No more units here. There are 2 options here for Gaia to really think about in this position. Is, okay, so how much food, how much hunt on the map? If there's lots of hunt, he can go for full 1 town center play here and try and push off hunt and cause some problems. But if there's not that much hunt, just go for town centers. It's completely fine. We do see KVOTH going to be dropping his mana and grabbing this back town center first. I think that's a little bit of a mistake because there is a slight timing available for Greek players on this 3rd town center grab. Which is not available if you simply just grab the forward town center first. But anyways, we'll see how that's all going to go here as the army going to be circling around looking for some raids up here onto the wood line. The walls are up here for Momo, trying to hold on and all the other good stuff that's there. Momo's got himself 37 population, hasn't thrown down a military building just yet, as we do see that center has managed to snipe a unit, a Murmillo there. Nice play there from Momo as the village is going to finish up on this final gazelle. I like that he didn't build a granary here with 10 villagers on this. And if he has husbandry as well, yeah, he's probably going to be able to gather all of that gazelle without more than one trip here, it seems. So it's actually quite a smart idea in a way. Something I might need to consider doing a little bit more. As there's the gazelle gone, the village is going to retreat back. The farm's going to go immediately up here, no problems where that's concerned. KVOTH here, actually, I told a lie. There is actually another play which is really, really good, and KVOTH is actually doing it here. You grab the back town center instead of the forward town center, and you just get every single upgrade under the sun instead of going for the 3rd town center. It effectively equals the same amount of economy, just that you don't have the 3rd town center up. It's actually really, really strong as well. So I like that KVOTH is kind of demonstrating that that's a way to play here. Interesting spider lair location here from KVOTH. He's going to be attempting to bait the army through this location and get some kills with that. Effectively, if you get value out of Spider Lair here with Gaia, you just have such a fun and easy game, as the Term are going to be sneaking through. You're going to be going straight after those villages. For some reason, leaving those Murmillo on the back here. An interesting decision there as Momo's villager here getting a little bit confused about where it wants to go, but we'll see how it's all going to go, as almost getting taken out, 6 HP remaining. As the villagers do manage to get back into the town center. There's the 3rd town center getting dropped here as well, as KVOTH here is still just sitting on this 2nd line of upgrades, just about to finish up on the goats here as the farm's coming down. I imagine immediate plow is going to be coming through, and then following that, irrigation and everything else will be coming through as well for KVOTH as this town center is going up. And this timing is available here, but it seems like because there's not enough hunt here for Momo, he's not going to be able to actually hit the timing on this town center. He can't make the units to kind of stop this, because normally, if there's hunt, normally Greek will have stable and a military academy building units straight after the town center is up. But in this situation, it's not really possible here. So KVOTH is taking full advantage of this, it would seem here, as the stable is on the way up here as well. We see a third town center coming up for Momo behind all of this, which is a very, very greedy, but it makes a lot of sense given the situation. Funnily enough, it probably would have been worth it for Momo to go for an immediate 3 town center play here. 515 advanced 3 town center is actually quite strong on this map, but when you can cast ceasefire or whatever to get them all up, and you don't have any weaknesses, if you get your walls and tower upgrades and all the other good stuff, and you can just rush mythic age with farms and everything, might be the way to go on these super low hunt maps. But we see mass stables coming through for Momo for some reason here, is Momo's now on 3 town centers. That third town center just about up for KVOTH here. KVOTH getting himself the plow. Villagers on the Savannah tree here, going to be throwing some more farms down as they come through. I imagine immediate irrigation is going to come through as well for KVOTH here on this one. As yes, he will, and I imagine immediate flood control as well. So his food income is just going to be so absurdly far in front of Momo coming in, as Momo's just about to finish up his goats, continuing to get his farms down. Third town center up now for KVOTH as the boom war is coming through. And like, this is the thing, you might think that Poseidon players should be happy with this kind of a game, but in all honesty, I just think you're going to be so far behind if you go for this play, and you're going to get gold starved, or you're going to get like an early Titan out. The guy's going to get early Titan out, or he's going to do something that's going to make your life really, really tough to stay alive. So I'm really interested to see what Momo's actual plan here is in the end to try and slow KVOTH down, as KVOTH is already moving across the map here, trying to drop this military barracks on this large gold mine. In fact, he's even alt-S'ing this to get this up. Going to be retreating away. He's got 3.9 speed, so it's more than fast enough to escape from these villages here. He can send all of his units over onto that location, as well as the villages are going to get cleaned up over here if Momo decides to stay here too long. So a whole bunch of stables here, not really producing anything here as the villager. Oh, the citizen might go down here as he does pull it away. He's got 8 HP remaining. That's really close there. That citizen fort here is a really big staple of KVOTH's game plan here to get buildings up, as KVOTH now, he's got himself 9 farms here, it would seem. He's getting flood control as well. That food is about to start skyrocketing, as this location here is now under control, as the citizen gets pulled all the way back. Another citizen might be making its way forward here as well, as the army for KVOTH searching around here for something to do, as Momo's getting up his armory here as well, just about to be able to click up. Wait, he's got no... Wait, huh? He's got no units. Oh, he's getting full armory out here. He's going Spirited Charge, going full Hippocon at this point. A very, very late decision here from Momo. We'll see if it's going to be working out for him at this point, as I imagine KVOTH here, he's going to be able to go to the next stage already. He's already in the next stage. He's going Thea at this point. Lots of resources in the bank. That infinite resources we talk about from Gaia, this is where that starts coming through. He's got full upgrades at like 12 minutes into the game, full economy, full citizens, and he's going to be able to spam palaces everywhere and just have a really, really fun game. Not only that, he's going to be throwing walls up here, starting to make his way into the kind of mid-game here, or late game, as the villagers on this location might start getting some harass here, as they're going to have to garrison into that manor. Not really enough units here chasing this down, as KVOTH does finally notice that, moving in onto this location over here, as the manor here under attack. Is the nice marker there from KVOTH, waiting for the rest of his army to come through here. He's got 3 Murmillo plus the Terma and some citizen to boot if he really wants to defend against that. As over here we see some more Hippocon coming in onto this position, as the raid's starting to come through onto KVOTH. KVOTH needs to start thinking about how he's going to work this out. He will have himself a Stymphalian birds and the Hesperid's tree here to make some dryads to defend, as more units coming out. Immediate double palace getting dropped here by KVOTH on this position. I tell you just got so many resources here with Gaia. The question is, will Momo notice this or not? Is he sending his units straight forward, not really paying attention? There's the Stymphalian bird over here. We've got a handful of Murmillo out on this position, and look at this, running straight over the spider lair. There's so many spider lairs here. All of these Hippocon are going to get taken out here from this beautiful play here from KVOTH. Kavoth a fantastic bait here, and the Citizen might even survive when all is said and done, as all of the spider lairs come through. They all get picked off. Beautiful play there from Kavoth. This spider lair it's just such an amazing god power. As on this location, looks like the Hippocon will actually win that fight here if Kavoth is not. He's not careful. It looks like one Hippocon kills one Citizen there, but the Palace will get up nonetheless. There's more units going to be coming through as we see a really, really early Atlas coming through for Kavoth as well. Double Palace going down. Atlas coming through as well, as Momo is now going up through Dionysus, as Momo wants to try and go for what seems to be mass... what's Thracian Horse Cavalry here. A little bit dangerous to go Thracian Horse Cavalry. As soon as I see Dionysus as Atlantean, I throw down counter barracks and switch into Catapulti because they just completely hard counter that god path, that god path. But we'll see how things are going to come through here at this point, as the Murmillo getting some good damage done. They do have a little bit of upgrades, actually, quite a few in all honesty, as another Palace going to come in. And actually, Kavoth can just go straight in onto Fanatics here as well, as he's throwing down a third Palace on this location. More raids coming through, though, for Momo, as we do see the llama caravans are out. Beautiful market positioning here from Kavoth as well, as he's going to have channels out already. He'll get himself coinage through as well, as the Symphalian Birds holding on nicely here. As we'll see, this Atlas going to get dropped down. The implode on this location going to suck in all those villages, and also if the Hippocon get pulled in onto that location, it could be absolutely huge as well, as Kavoth is going to start pulling in. Now we do have to remember there is still a ceasefire here as well for Momo to defend this one, so we'll see how that's gonna eventuate. As we do see the wall gets taken down, the Hippocon going to be searching around for something to take out the Citizen over here. Going to be making a little bit of a retreat here, as these cavalry don't have a whole lot of line of sight. They're a little bit blind here, but leaving this location, that's 8 destroyers. They're going to be able to take this town center down very fast, but we'll see. There could be a trade here as the Hippocon do come in onto this position. The Citizen have already retreated, as Kavoth has played that very smart. There's the ceasefire down, but now what? Now you've got to deal with Implode. Implode is coming. Not only that, we see more walls coming up for Kavoth as he's moving all across the map. He realizes he doesn't need all his citizen gathering because he's already got tons of resources here. He's going to be putting walls up everywhere, controlling the map nicely. We do see a little bit of a side build coming through here for Momo, as Kavoth's got to be kicking himself for not completely surrounding his entire base here with Gaia Lush, which is something you can kind of do if you want to spam buildings hard enough. But the wall's just about up here for Kavoth. I'm surprised he didn't try and wall around this way. But nonetheless, Momo here going up through Artemis here. He will be able to get to Artemis. We'll see if Kavoth can get the pressure done and see what he can do here. But honestly, just click implode right now on this position. Retreat your army. Click implode right now as the army is over here. You can, yep, exactly. On this location here, the Hippocon will be retreating away. We'll see how many of them aren't going to get away from this location as they're starting to get pulled in. More of them pulling away, and it looks like they mostly get pulled. A couple of them get dragged in here, but the villagers are mostly all going to get pulled in here as well. Fortified town centers is up. I love to see Kavoth getting out some siege weapons, as he does manage to do so over here. We do see some units coming through here to take down the stables that were put up on that location, as the Hippocon going to be moving straight away into some other place, as the destroyers going to be coming in. There are heavy destroyers here, as the stables, they don't really get taken down, but low HP here as the destroyers onto that location over here. We do see the Symphalian Birds getting some good damage done onto this position over here. Argus going to be helping out just a little bit here, as well as some Fanatics going to be coming through. Heavy Fanatics at that, super strong here in this position, as we do not see actually just yet for Momo. We don't see Artemis in, not Artemis, the upgrade Thracian horses in just yet. But the destroyers here not quite able to take this down, as the Fire Siphon coming in, and Kavoth is kind of hitting just a little bit of a wall here as the speedy Hippocon. I actually like this play. The speedy Hippocon are distracting Kavoth up so very, very nicely. One thing that Kavoth could be thinking about doing is just dropping palaces on his gold mines to keep them secured a little bit easier, as now the Earthquake is in. Earthquake on this location. Will it be enough to kill these palaces up? We've already got ourselves Titan Shield and Masons, and there's 3 palaces here, and they all go down. Earthquake absolutely bonkers strong here in this one, as this timing is going to be absolutely huge here for Momo to push in. Does he have Thracian horses just yet? No, he does not. He's sitting at 187 total population as the Chimera going to be coming in onto this position. Another palace getting dropped down immediately there for KVOTH, as the Chimera is going to be searching around for some kills here. As the Fanatics getting some damage done over here, as we see double pallets going up very, very fast. One thing that really could help KVOTH here is heroizing these citizen on the front. He's got plenty of favor in the bank, but heroizing them would give him access to armory upgrades and extra HP in order to keep them alive while these pallets go up even faster. We do see the Hippocon trying to get some raids in onto those llama caravans, which I really, really like. So the best way to raid Gaia trade route is obviously Hippocon with lots of speed. But you can also drop towers in here with crenellations and get the same thing kind of done here as well, as it looks like those citizens were all sniped down, as the palace just aren't able to get up just yet. As we still have bronze here remaining, and Momo has now found himself an absurd advantage now in this game after all is said and done. KVOTH's still alive though. He's having a little bit of problems with his economy, seeing 86 of 160 population, and Momo is at 166 of 166 population. More citizen going down, and KVOTH just cannot hold on in this game. Plenty of resources remaining, as Momo is just way too far ahead in this one. Those Hippocon running around the map causing chaos, and just completely keeping KVOTH on his back foot here. Not only that, the Murmillo having to get distracted by just one Hippocon all over the place. They're just way too slow to deal with, as the palace gets taken down on this location as well. Chimera over here trying to get taken out by the Symphalian Bird, as KVOTH is trying to consolidate his position, trying to throw these military barracks down, but he's just, I mean, like, he just hasn't thrown out the catapulties here. Catapulties were the option here. He had to have built them, but he's just not building them here in this game, as the Hippocon swinging in onto this town center, trying to convert the advantage that Momo's created here by taking this town center down. It's got himself all the upgrades on the town center, but it's still going to get cleaned up very, very fast here, as the army here for KVOTH out of position. If we move over to KVOTH's perspective here, he's got 800 wood in the bank, 100 gold, not much remaining at all, as more units coming in. We've also got the Hippolyta over here to deal with those dryads, and the big beefy Polyphemus coming in onto this location here to take this down immediately. One hits the dryad, almost two hits that second dryad, as it does get cleaned up. Beautiful play here, as the fortified town center here is just about to fall down. We see the catapulties finally coming in, but there's just only a handful of them. Not going to be enough here to hold on to this position, as the town center will fall, and KVOTH will not have a whole lot remaining here after this. The trade route gets all messed up as well, because it's going to have to get restarted here. As that goes down, has to pick off the mana there to take the town center for himself here, as I'm sure some villages will start moving forward for Momo, as Momo manages to hold on in this game after all of that pressure from KVOTH gets completely thwarted here, and the town center goes down. I don't know what else KVOTH can do here. He's still trying to spam trade route, but it's just not going to do all too much. We see champion cavalry coming in here. Thracian horses in 247 HP. Champion Hippocon here, as KVOTH has to tap out in this game, as Momo makes it work. Mass Hippocon against Gaia. It works if the Gaia player doesn't build catapulties, but I mean, I love the distraction play here from Momo. He sees that KVOTH's army is super immobile and realizes, I can just move my army around, distract enough, just barely hold on to this town center, and life is going to be fantastic for him. If KVOTH had went for catapulty, what do you call it? What's the fire siphon here? This town center would not have survived. He could have sent the catapulty back to deal with it. A Hippocon, you don't need to send that many catapulty to chase down the Hippocon and just defend. But Momo, beautiful play here. Gonna have to give it a go in my games. Distraction, action. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.